Okay, real quick, I'm just going to go over a few plants that have fruit on them. I have a lot of tomatoes that got stuff going on, but I'm not going to go over those right now. Not even sure what kind of tomato that is. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have it all written down somewhere. I believe that's a Bonnie's Original, and possibly that's what that is too. But yeah, we're not going to go over tomatoes right now. Huge shout out to Garden State Gardener. Gave me a whole bunch of seeds for all kinds of different stuff, but a lot of these tomatoes are from him. All right, and we're just going to go over peppers though right now. So first one is the Taj Mahal Pink Minion. This one, I've shown this one before, I'm pretty sure. I have two of them. They were both hydroponics. Now they're both in soil. And this one's just very beautiful, dark foliage. Not super dark, but it's got a lot of like light. You know, the new growth is very light green. Anyways, there is one pot on here right now. I've gotten a pot off this before. It looks like there might be a few coming in. There's one I know for sure. Right there. I know it's not very good view. Little Taj Mahal Pink Minion right there. They're very good tasting pepper. I did a review on one a couple months ago. One that Joseph Williams sent me. I have eaten some off this plant too, and they're really good, really tasty. We got a mini Oliver Koto right here. I got the seeds from Nate Mitch. Nothing yet. Some of the flowers have been falling off. I have a couple of these going right now, and no fruit yet. Flowers, no fruit. This is a let's see, I'm going off memory here. This is a Blue Ghost Peach. I got the seeds from Mike Dominguez, also known as Arsenic Element. And there is one pot on here somewhere. I just got to find it. Another really pretty plant. It's got like a subtle purple type of foliage to it. Not super dark, but just kind of like a blush of purple. Very pretty. There's the pod right there. It's just started. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a little, very light colored, and then it's got a little bit of purple on it. So yeah, that's the Blue Ghost Peach. This is a Mata Frade. I haven't seen any fruit on this thing yet, but man, this thing is pretty. It's got some really cool looking flowers on it. I don't know if you can see it at all. There may be some fruit starting in there, very small ones. But we'll see soon enough. But yeah, that's a Mata Frade. Seeds from Mark Wilkerson. And let's see what else. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here, but I'm going to try to just stick to what's got fruit on it right now. Jalapenos, some other stuff in there. Another Pink Minion. That one's a little bit darker. Let's see. Okay. This one, I'm not sure. I lost the label on this one. I'm pretty sure it's a Sugar Rush Peach. It's either that or a Sugar Rush Stripe. So we'll find out. Looks a lot like a Sugar Rush Peach though. An unknown pepper that I overwintered. I think it's like a Fresno or something like that. Please excuse the wind. It's really ripping through here right now. But this thing is really taking off. This is a Satan's Kiss. And it's starting to get some stuff going on in here. A lot of flowers. Starting to get a lot of pods. They're all in there, covered up. Very bushy. I can't remember if I topped this one or not, but it's probably the healthiest looking plant in the hoop house right now, as far, or healthiest looking pepper. Let's see, what else? I think that's a purple cayenne. It's kind of scraggly looking. Over here we got a King Star white tie, and I got a lot of really small looking peppers coming in, and so I put it in dirt. It was in a kind of a small pot, so I put it in this raised bed right here. But we have one right here that's starting to turn like a cream, yellow cream color, and I believe that's the color they turn before they get ripe. They're really cool looking though. When they first start taking off, they get this really hard purple like tan going on, and then as they ripen up, they kind of lose it a little bit, and then you get this yellow cream color. And this is the first one I've ever grown, but I believe that's the last color before it turns red, and that's also the color I believe King Star says they're most flavorful and got that nice crisp crunch to them that he likes. So yeah, that's a KS white tie. Hope to do a review on that soon. I'm gonna wait for it to turn completely red, and then I'll try to compare it with one that's like a yellow color to see the difference in flavor. Okay, so next. This is a Farmer's Market jalapeno. It hasn't done that well, but there is one pod somewhere. Oh, very small one right there. Yeah, it's just coming in. It dropped a lot of flowers. I'm trying to do some crosses with the Farmer's Market jalapeno. I tried one with this cow horn, and then you also use cow horn pollen on the Farmer's Market jalapeno. We'll see if that takes off or works. This is a cow horn pepper. This thing was completely loaded with peppers, and I just picked a bunch off. Green. Here they are right here. I picked all these off. I'm gonna make a green hot sauce, and so I'm using this with some other green peppers that I have, some jalapenos and some other unripe Chinese varieties. And this is a black pearl. Very, very beautiful plant. I love the blooms, they're so dark. Got like a dark purple blooms on there. And then got a couple. There we go. There's some little black pearl peppers coming in. Right there. So yeah, that's the black pearl. And this huge thing is a Black Reaper. I mean, look at that stem. It's huge. That thing shot up. It just was little, and then it went, it shot way up. It literally didn't make that noise, but it shot way up really fast. So yeah, it's a Black Reaper. Huge plant, beautiful. It's got buds all over it, but nothing, no flowers opened yet. Okay, and this is a Carbonaro Cream, and it's really starting to set some little buds on it, but there's a couple that have been on here for a little while. And this is the first one that showed up. Kind of has me suspicious that it's crossed with something, I'm not sure though. I got the pod, the original pod that the seeds came from was from Mark Wilkerson. Let me get this to focus. And anyways, so the seeds came out of that pod, and this one kind of has a weird, almost like a long scorpion look to it. Anyways, but it's starting to get a whole bunch of little pods starting on it, so pretty excited about that. It's a Carbonaro Cream. That was a really good pepper, one of my favorites from last year. This one is really cool. This is a Primo Times purple boot. So it's a 7-pot Primo crossed with a purple ghost pepper, basically. And it's got about 20 or more pods on here. Some really cool shapes coming through. This is the first one that showed up. So I'm excited to see, I'm excited to try this one when they get ripe. But yeah, for being in a little 1-gallon pot, this thing is really taken off. So anyway, so that's a Primo times purple boot. And yeah, it kind of has that subtle dark foliage, subtle purple leaves. It's kind of weird because it's like they start out purple and then they get kind of green, which is kind of strange. Usually it's the other way around. This is a Uchu Cream cross with Candlelight Mutant. This plant isn't a mutant, but it's just so pretty looking. So I almost was just gonna toss the seeds, but then I believe it was Pepper Ranger said, no, don't do that. Keep the seeds because it'll still has that trait, the mutant trait in it, and so you can still get a mutant out of the seeds. So thank you for letting me know that. It has a really cool looking like variegated pod on here. It's right here. So you can see like the variegation on the plant down below. Anyways, the pod has like a light stripe on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's really cool looking. Yeah, so it looks like there's a couple pods starting to get turn color on here. So we should get some ripe pods on that pretty soon. I don't know if I'll do a review on the taste of it, but I might, just to kind of showcase the plant and give some seeds away. But yeah, it's Uchu Cream crossed with a Candlelight Mutant. Okay, so now we're in the greenhouse I got in the yard here, and there's just a couple things in here with some fruit on them. Got some cool purple plants in the back there. That big one is a Roxa, what's it called? A Roxa Black Lantern. And a lot of flowers have come in. I haven't taken a real close look at it in the last few days, but so far it hasn't set fruit. It just keeps dropping flowers, which sucks, but we'll be working on that. Hopefully we'll get something soon going on there, because man, it's a big, magnificent plant. And yeah, I'd like to see how that turns out. To the left of it is a, let's see, it is a Pink Tiger cross with Peach Boot. And let's see, I haven't really looked at this one lately either, but I believe there is a small pepper right there. It's not really focusing, but I think there's another one on here somewhere too. I need to pull that one out and really take a good look at it. But another beautiful plant. That right there is a Jay's Pink, and I think I don't know if it's got any flower. I thought I saw a flower on it the other day. I haven't really inspected those plants lately. This one is a gourmet, what is it? A Fatale Gourmet Jigsaw times Big Red Mama times Yaqui Blue Fawn, which I believe is called an Orion pepper now. So that's a lot easier to say. It hasn't started blooming yet. This big, huge thing was hydroponic over the winter. This is the Ahi Cherpita cross with a Carolina Reaper. This is a cross that was done by Andrew Kyleone, and I did a review on it. There's a ripe pod right there. So this is an F2. So these seeds are F3 that are in here, and it's really taken off. There's a lot of, if you look close, there's a whole bunch. This thing's actually covered in little pods. You got to get in really close to see them, but once you start seeing them, they're everywhere. Okay, crammed back here is a Primo Tally, no fruit on that. This is, I believe, a Leopard Reaper, nothing on that. This is a Goat Reaper, no fruit on that. So it's a Bahamian goat crossed with a Carolina Reaper. I wanted to say Yellow Reaper, but I think it's just a regular. I think the Michigan chili grower, I'm not sure what his name is. That's where I got the seeds. I believe that's a cross he did, but I'm not 100% if that's his cross or not. But that's where I got the seeds. Michigan chili grower. So this is a Sugar Rush Stripe. I don't really, these flowers have come off. You see that? It doesn't really look like it's set though. I'm not sure. Give it a couple days, we'll see if there's actual fruit. But it is blooming. And this is in Cocoa Core, I don't know how you say that. And perlite with some clay pebbles on top and just hydroponic nutrients. So I guess it'd be considered hydroponic. I learned how to do that from Boss Grow's channel, which I never knew how to do that. So that was pretty cool. I have a few plants that are in that, are being grown that way, but none have set fruit yet, but they're starting to bloom, a lot of them. This one is, I can't remember what this one is. I think this is a KS Linzo. Yeah, it is. It's a King Star Linzo right there. I have a couple more that are being grown that way. This is a Creamsicle Ghost Scorpion, and I got the seeds from Pepper Ranger, so I believe that's a cream colored Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion that Farmer Jay grew, if I'm not mistaken. And this is, I'm really excited about. This is a chocolate sweet Starscream crossed with Linzo. This is one of King Star's newest crosses, starting to get some buds on there. And he's such a super cool dude. He sent me some seeds for this and a few other varieties. I didn't even have to ask. He just sent them to me. I thought that was really cool. And so yeah, so that's pretty exciting to be a part of something that he's doing, something new that he's putting together. And this is also really cool. My good friend from Discord, Heckle. This is a Hinkle Hat times Charleston Hot F2. I'm just basically waiting for this thing to turn color. It's in a little tiny pot. There's another one growing right there. So this is an F2. So this is a accidental cross, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that he discovered. And I'm not sure if I have anything else fruiting in here. This is a cool plant right here. This is a Nymphadora. I got the seeds from the Pepper Dude. And this is actually a Chinense, a variegated Chinense variety. And it is blooming. I have not seen any peppers yet, but I have been stealing the pollen from this to try to see if I can cross it with another Chinense variety or a couple other ones, and see if we can get a cool cross going. And right next door is Calico. I got a few of these. I actually have 3 of these plants. There's another one right there. They're all 3 of them are blooming right now, and these plants are just absolutely gorgeous. Very beautiful, especially when they got blooms on them. These two, I haven't really seen fruit set yet on these, but there is one out in the hoop house that I forgot to film that does have peppers on it. But yeah, those are absolutely gorgeous. And I almost forgot about this guy. This is, I hope I say this right, Pinguina de Mono. And I believe that's Portuguese, not Spanish, I believe, for little monkey fill in the blank. I don't know if that's a literal meaning, but I believe that's another name for it, is little monkey appendage. Something like that. But it's a really cool looking pepper. This is another one that I'm just waiting for it to turn ripe. And it's in a little tiny pot. I have so many plants this year that I don't have room to put everything, even in the hoop house or in a big pot, or a lot of my stuff is in pots like this size, like a 1 gallon. And I do have another nasty pepper. I got the seeds from Boss Grows. I don't know if he remembers that he sent them to me, but this is a Peter pepper. And if you know about Peter peppers, you know that they are grown for what they look like. And anyways, so sorry, that's a Peter pepper. This is another Satan's Kiss I got going in here. Let's change the subject. Satan's Kiss. All right. And yeah, it's got a little pot on there. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there's one more. Let's see here. This one I've hacked back a bunch of times. It's just all over the place. It's still in its little hydroponic home here, which I may be taking it out soon. I'm actually waiting on this one right here. So here's the story on this. I thought it was, well, the seeds said Starracha Hornet. But then I noticed they didn't really look like Starracha Hornet. In fact, this is the closest thing to a Starracha Hornet looking one. They all look like more like pumpkin-y shape. That's a small one. I picked a bunch off. They looked like, I thought they were King Starracha pumpkins, and they turn orange when they turn ripe, and then but if you leave them on, they will eventually turn red. And then I realized that their phenos were all over the place, and so I came to the realization that it's not a Starracha Hornet, but I believe it is a Starracha Hornet cross. It may even possibly be crossed with a Starracha pumpkin. I got these seeds from Arsenic Element. I mean, it's not his fault. He didn't grow the plant. He got the seeds from somewhere else and then just hooked me up. But I think I'm going to keep, I like the shape on this one, the look of this one, so I'm going to keep seeds from this one when it gets ripe. It does take them a long time to get ripe. They turn orange and then red, and they actually taste really, really good. Like a MOA Scotch bonnet. Not as hot as a Starracha Hornet, but they're pretty hot. And back in there is that's still in a double cup. I might just leave it in there and see how it does. It's got one flower right there. It is a Drax and Fire. And this is a cross or a pepper developed by Diego Drax, and he claims it to be maybe even hotter than a Carolina Reaper. Hopefully we will find out soon. Anyways, so that's pretty much what I got going on as far as peppers go.